All right, let's talk about Tron, TRX. And it is a top 20 crypto that we know. And Tron has been here for quite some time. Actually, Tron has a very outspoken leader in Justin Sun as well, who's been in some iffy situations. But the Tron TRX community is strong. And overall, I think it's a pretty decent crypto project from the outside looking in, at least with the information that we have at our disposal. In this video, I want to talk about how Tron is actually eating into Ethereum's share of the Tether market. And can Tron actually become a serious competitor, a serious threat to Ethereum? All of that in this video. So go ahead and hit the like button and let's dive right in. And we'll start with looking at Tron's market cap, where it is today. It is up slightly here, trading at about 6.5 cents, a little bit above that right now. Still ranked number 16, just below Shiba Inu. So the market cap for Tron is just over $6 billion. We can zoom out a little bit here and take a look at Tron, where it's situated. 6.2 billion. SHIB is 6.4 billion right now. Tron did go on a nice little run recently, and overall has remained a top 30 cryptocurrency for quite some time. Now, I want to dive into this particular article, and then at the end of the video, we're going to take a look at Tron's market cap versus Ethereum's and see if Tron could actually, be a competitor toward ETH in the years to come. So, as I mentioned there at the top, Tron is eating into Ethereum's market share of the Tether market. Will it become a serious rival? So, it's long been the butt of jokes and insults for much of the crypto sector. Tron has, stretching back to 2019 and even earlier, and continuing to the present day. But that has not stopped Tron from continuing to be a household name in the cryptocurrency market. Yet in the past year, it has become an increasingly hard to ignore Ethereum ETH rival, exemplified by the fact that the supply of Tether, USDT stablecoin on its blockchain, has actually overtaken Ethereum's own supply on numerous occasions. As of the writing, both blockchains have more or less the same amount of Tether on their respective networks, while Tron itself has recently celebrated it having reached 100 million active accounts. Now, such figures paint the picture of a steadily growing network, and a particular one that could challenge Ethereum's dominance of the crypto sector at some point in the future. But opinions are very mixed on the question of whether Tron is a serious Ethereum rival. While Ethereum supporters argue that few meaningful projects are building on the smaller blockchain, still others contend that Tron's growing supply of USDT and lower fees could help it expand further, a process helped by Ethereum's delays in moving of proof to stake, which, of course, is supposed to happen the merge September 19th. Now, how Tron has eaten into Ethereum's pie, let's get into it a little bit. Number one, big important point here. In short, Tron is much cheaper to use than ETH and tends to handle many more transactions per day. These are both very important factors. Currently at a 6-to-1 ratio, this was mentioned by DeFi economist David Shuttleworth when he's talking about Tron's daily transaction count. And so aside from its large supply of USDT, there's one area where Tron clearly outstrips Ethereum, and again, that's daily transactions. Based on figures from Etherscan and TronScan, Ethereum has generally been managing between 1 million and 1.3 million transactions per day for about a year and a half now, while Tron's been processing more than 3 million over that same time period. So again, USDT right now is a lot cheaper to move around on Tron than on Ethereum. Now, could that change with Ethereum's merge coming up in September? Could. The gas fees are a lot less as well. If you're moving USDT between exchanges, a common use case, Tron is the cheapest way. And right now, that is why Tron is still being discussed as an Ethereum rival right now, and why Tron is still relevant today. So Ethereum gas fees, on the other hand, this is the same person, David Shuttleworth, saying, are significantly more expensive, with upwards of USD $10 fees during times of heavy congestion. Ultimately, this suggests that users migrate to Tron as a substitute for Ethereum to complete such transactions and such USDT transfers. Now, it's hard to deny that Tron's fees are significantly lower than Ethereum's, and that Tron's share of the Tether supply has consequently grown. Opinion is much more mixed on whether it can continue to grow with the merge happening with ETH and whether Tron's business model is actually sustainable and what type of projects are actually building on Tron. Now, I'm not hating on Tron whatsoever. I'm just giving some thoughts and ideas here as it relates to Tron's potential to even get close to Ethereum. Now, this is another take here by Shuttleworth. My time is that users will continue to use Tron as a substitute for ETH where possible, particularly when gas prices are expensive, but that Ethereum gas fees are becoming progressively less expensive with EIP 1559, which happened last year, and will continue to trend down with the exception of a few outliers. This again was Shuttleworth speaking. He says they offer more interoperability and composability, and a user never needs to leave Ethereum ecosystem, which poses various levels of friction and security risks, such as bridging. This was him talking about layer 2 platforms that will outcompete Tron, because even though their prices are still a bit more than Tron, they boast several advantages, such as that interoperability and composability. So if we scroll on down here, it says one more thing here. This is Mark Jeffrey giving his thoughts on this. If Ethereum is able to significantly reduce gas fees in the near future, then yes, Tron could lose this advantage. However, ETH is at least a year away from this goal. So that is pretty fascinating stuff. Now, I want to take you over to this website here, and then we'll come back and talk about big picture. So if we go to the coinperspective.com, we can see if Tron had Ethereum's market cap today of 192 billion, one Tron would be worth $2.09. That's an upside of 30x. Now, will it get there one day? Obviously, if it did, Ethereum's market cap would be much higher than this number right here. But it gives you an idea what would Tron look like if it had Ethereum's market cap right now today. We're looking at a 30x for Tron if that were to happen. Tron in the last year here got all the way up to 16 cents back in April, where it set all-time highs. But overall, it is consolidated pretty nicely given the overall crypto market pullback and the bear market. We saw similar numbers back in July of 2021. So Tron really hasn't lost a ton of value in a year's time. And it'll be interesting to kind of watch what happens with Tron when the bull market comes back. Now, back over to this article. Tron currently accounts for approximately 3.9 billion in total value locked. We did a video about this before. This is per DeFi Llama compared to USD 45 billion for Ethereum. If it's ever to become a truly dominant chain, it therefore needs to do more than simply help people move USDT around. And that's really what it comes down to right now. It's what else will Tron develop? Will there be big things happening on Tron compared to other chains like Ethereum? Because is this really sustainable? That's the big question. Is it just going to be used to move USDT around? I don't know if that's a lasting business model, but nonetheless, Tron is a very fascinating project with a very strong community and pretty high market cap as well. But I don't think it's going to be touching Ethereum anytime soon in terms of market value. So that's what I've got for you here in this one. Thank you so much for popping in. Let me know what you think about all this down below. And as always, I appreciate you stopping back at the channel. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all very soon.